finding the perimeter or area of a rectangle. So we know a generic rectangle will have length, width, and width. So our perimeter equals L plus W plus W, or 2L plus 2W. The area equals length times width. So let's take a look at our first problem here. Okay. The length of a rectangle is 2 inches longer than its width. If the perimeter of the rectangle is 28 inches, find its area. All right. So the length of a rectangle, I like using that word is. That is usually represents an equal sign. So we know from this, and I'll show my paper in a second, in number 1, the length is 2 inches longer than the width. So I'm going to put W plus 2, or you can use 2 plus W. And our perimeter equals 28. All right, let's go back to our paper. If you want to pause it and give it a try, go for it. If you know what's going, if you kind of got this already. If you don't, that's okay. So our length equals W plus 2, and here's our width. So the perimeter equals 28. So we got to add up all of these. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 W's, and then we have 2 plus 2 is 4, and that equals your perimeter. So 4W equals, subtract 4 from both sides, 24. Divide 4 from both sides, W equals 6. Okay, but it's asking us for the area. That's what it's asking us for. So if we have a 6 here, and then 6 plus 2 is 8 here, now to find the area, 6 times 8, we get 48, and I think it's just inches squared. They don't ask you for the unit. I think they automatically put it in for you. Okay, so that's our first problem in this section. The next problem. Here they tell us the length of a rectangle is 6 times its width. If the area of the rectangle is 600 inches squared, it didn't copy in well. So that's supposed to be up here, a superscript. Find its perimeter. So the length of a rectangle is 6 times its width. So for this one, we know L equals 6W. And the area equals 600 inches squared. Okay. So we know in this rectangle, not drawn to scale, obviously, 6W and W. So if the area is 600, well, area is length times width, so we get 6W times W equals 600. 6W squared equals 600. Divide by 6. W squared equals 100. And now, here's a question. How do you get rid of the squared? Hopefully you say take the square root. We don't have to worry about positive or negative because rectangles don't have a negative side, so W equals 10. Later on in this course, we'll be dealing with a lot of squares, and then we'll have to do plus or minus, but rectangle can't have a negative side. So our W equals 10. And the question was, find its perimeter. Okay, so if W is 10, we have 10 here, 10 there. 6 times 10 is 60, and 60. So 60, 120, 130, 140. So the perimeter equals 140. I think we're dealing with inches here, but let's see. Yep, we're dealing with inches. 140 inches. And that concludes the section about finding the perimeter area of a rectangle given one of these values.